Welcome to GAM versus R7. Spoilers for that match if you haven't seen it. Here we have a really nice fight from Emo on the Yone. When this fight pops out here, Yone goes in to distract backline, takes Braum and Syndra, distracting both of them, while his team can have this fight over here. And then, just when it looks like they might come back to help, Flash, beautiful Q3 to knock up the Wukong. Here in this fight, we see Levi on the Shyvana kind of trapped. This E leaves a fiery AoE though, so a little bit ambitious of Seo to E over here because he's burning down so much as he walks through this pit and he has to end up flashing out. He ends up surviving, but he does lose the flash, I think, unnecessarily. At the same time, we see Easy Love totally going to whiff this ultimate because Braum just hops over the wall. There's a reason that in Pro you almost always see the MF wait for CC to land before they use their ultimate, because it just comes off too slow otherwise. Then after that, Easy Love flashes in to try to save Shyvana, but we'll see how weak Misfortune is without her ultimate and before she has even a single item. She's just tickling, but so little damage before she gets that first item. Waste the cleanse. Despite that shakiness earlier, GAM has managed to accrue a 5k gold lead. Yone just sticks on the Wukong and keeps running from the Gnar, and at the same time this horrible TP from Keen coming in, where you're not only next to their tower, but you're surrounded by 3 of them. Flash in by the Shyvana. The Syndra has to flash out, but she still dies for it. And then you see such a nice 2-man combo from the Yone R and the Misfortune R here to get this much damage out from 2 people so fast. Just nice and simple. Really clean. GAM's still up, but some more shaky play, despite the fact that Emo is their strongest player right now and he's in the bot lane. They still start this fight because they think they have a numbers advantage. But all of R7 is collapsing, despite the fact that GAM started it. They're in a horrible spot now. Here, GAM is 6k gold up, and so R7 is probably going to lose this fight on any comp, but their comp is particularly bad when it's behind because Wukong is particularly bad when the team is behind because he does very little damage himself and he relies on damage from his team. But Ezreal and Syndra both get popped and they're both single target damage. So you can imagine that even if you're getting this AoE knockup with Wukong, you're getting like little single target damage out from Syndra and Ezreal. There's no hope that you're ever going to win a fight with this comp when you're behind. Here in game 2, really nice equalizer here from Kiaya, making this kind of Ziggs sandwich on Seo, where Yone is going to go to the right and Ziggs dodges to the left, but he can't really go left because of the equalizer. The Yone equalizer Ziggs sandwich. And then here, GAM is already up, but we see R7 really starting to crumble. Audi just going to see we have 4 blue members, 1 Audi, and he is going to EQ into 4 for no particular reason. Has to flash out, but gets followed. Nice max range R out of the Yone. I always give extra replay time to these Yone Q3s because they just look so beautiful to me. He's going to catch Seo here in midair. Ooh. Something just so beautiful about that Q3 animation. This little skirmish between 2 of the best players in the game, Emo and Summit, doesn't really matter because GAM is 7k gold up at this point, but it's just kind of fun to watch. See Q3 coming out from Cassante, gets flashed beautifully by the Yone, but then the Cassante dodges out of the Yone Q3. It's Battle of the Q3s. E comes in, Yone gets the shield off right before the Cassante would have killed him. And then just outplaying each other. And they respectfully, like gentlemen, decide to call it a draw. Here, GAM about to win the game, but Easy Love can't help but inting one more time. Of course it doesn't matter, he can afford to take risks like this, but you still just don't love to see things like this. Flashing in, but not being in range. Just not knowing the range of the flash and the auto. But of course, GAM just takes the game from here. So GAM is in Swiss stage. I don't expect that they'll make a very deep run. I think that they didn't have to fight through the best opponents in the play-in stage, but we'll see. Exciting to see what they do. R7 knocked down to the lower bracket. I don't have huge hopes from them because I'm not convinced that they're any better than the other teams there, just because they beat 100 Thieves once. So really not sure who's going to come out of that bracket at this point. Make sure to subscribe so that you catch all these videos, and also my Swiss Pick'ems, which will happen tomorrow. You're not going to want to miss that. So subscribe, and thanks so much for watching.